Hello everybody, my name is Dutchy, welcome to the channel, and let's get right into this video. So God of War Ragnarok is finally out for everybody, and I hope that you guys have been enjoying it as much as I have. So I just want to give you guys some spoiler-free tips and tricks to make sure that you guys are getting the most out of your God of War Ragnarok playthrough. Alright, let's start off with one of the things that you'll probably be seeing a lot around, and that is Odin's Ravens. Now, Odin's Ravens are everywhere around the entire game, and when you kill them, you actually gain a bit of a reward. But it's more of a reward over time, you get a little bit of experience at the time, but you actually also gain a chest. Also, if you want to know if a raven's near, just listen out for this sound. Now, this chest actually doesn't appear right in front of you after you killed the ravens, it actually appears in Niflheim. You'll get access to Niflheim at some point in the story, so don't worry about getting there too fast, but every single time you see one of these ravens, always go for the kill, because otherwise you're gonna be missing out on some of these chests. You can definitely get some pretty good gear out of these chests, so it's definitely worth it. Do not miss out on the ravens. A friend of mine, by the way, as I was making this, actually told me that IGN actually told people not to actually worry about the ravens and worry about the ravens later on, but that is absolutely stupid. Just hit the ravens, they're not too hard to hit. Now, in combat, sometimes you will be struggling with certain enemies. For example, if you would be struggling with the light elves over here, you can actually go over to the bestiary and check out what they're weak against. Now, I didn't notice at the time, but you could actually knock off their mask and actually stun them basically immediately, meaning that you can go for a critical hit. And that's all from just reading for just a few seconds. So if you're struggling against any creatures and you've been just fighting them for a little while, check out your bestiary and look them up. It'll be 20 times easier for you to kill them. Another thing, most human-sized enemies are pretty easily knocked out of the ring, I would like to say. Basically, what you need to do, you can either grab them or you can just push them straight off a ledge and they get killed instantly. One of the best moves you can actually use to knock people off the map is called Serpent Snare. Now, you just need to hold this for a little while and then you'll be able to knock them straight off the map. If you ever come up against people who have shields, it's actually really easy to deal with them. The only thing you need to do is double tap L1 and you'll be able to break their shield immediately. This also stuns them for a second, allowing you to whip them a new one. If you see a bit of a blue circle coming around a guy as well, if you double tap L1 at that time, you can actually deal some heavy stun damage. Also, are you really tired of people just hitting you from a distance and you not being able to do anything about it? Well, how about you just tap L1 at the exact right time and you can actually slap that attack right back at them. That's right, you can actually counter a lot of projectiles that come your way. There are actually certain items in the area you can interact with, so you can actually deal some hefty damage, even almost instant killing some people. These items are usually indicated with a small white dot, so just have a look for them, and if you see them, try to interact with them. Did you know that Kratos is actually Spider-Man? Because he actually has a spidey sense that is indicated with this arrow right here. This arrow points exactly where the enemy is, but also when it turns red, that means the enemy is about to attack. And if you pay attention to it, unlike I did in this clip right here, you will be able to avoid a lot of incoming damage. If you feel a little bit too overwhelmed in battle, you can actually press square a few times and get Atreus to get the attention of the enemies around you. Just make sure you don't hit while he's doing this, otherwise they will be paying attention to you again. Two skills I highly recommend you get is Extinguish Flame and Vaporize Frost. Now, these two skills are very simple, but they complement each other very well. So for example, if you deal frost damage with your axe and then switch over to your Blades of Chaos, you actually deal extra bonus damage with the Blades of Chaos. But if you actually set them on fire with your Blades of Chaos and then switch to your axe and deal damage with them, you basically deal extra bonus damage with the axe as well. This can be extremely handy if you're trying to juggle between your axe and your Blades of Chaos. Now, if you're getting your ass kicked in a fight and while you don't have too much other options, one of the best things you can do is go into your Spartan Rage mode. The Fury version of this will basically allow you to regain health every single time you hit an enemy, and also you basically become invincible into this fight. So try to use this ability as much as you can in the middle of a fight, but not at the start. If you guys want some more really good combat tips, go check out Gushi's video right here. He's got some really great tips on there. But anyway, before you guys check that out, finish the video because I have some more exploring tips for you guys to actually talk about as well. One of the biggest tips I can definitely give you with God of War is obviously to explore, but one of the easiest ways to actually do this is whenever Atreus or any of your other characters are basically telling you, hey, we need to go over here, you go the other way. Because if you go the other way, you'll probably find a few chests, a bit of loot here and there, or hey, you might even find a completely new armor set. Or maybe some brand new skills for your weapons. You never know what you're gonna find, so always go out and explore the way that you're not supposed to go. Another thing, by the way, is that a lot of areas are actually marked with these little white runes like this. Whenever you see these, just go up to them and you should be able to either climb the wall or go underneath something. And a lot of the time, these little tiny areas have like really great loot in them. So always go and explore these little tiny areas. Now I've noticed a lot of people who I've actually watched play the game don't actually break these pots enough. Breaking these pots usually has some hex silver in it, and I know it's only a little amount, but in the end, if you keep breaking all these pots, you'll have thousands and thousands and thousands of hex silver for later on. This also goes for when you're actually on the boat. Now, there are two ways you can usually get a lot of items when it comes to being on the boat. One is to go up to these glowing little areas like this and just pressing circle. You'll be able to get some really good crafting materials from them. Another way is to slam into these sort of barrels right here. These barrels will get you a lot of supplies as well, like hex silver or crafting materials. But also when you're on the sled, there will be boxes or barrels in the way. Just smash through them and you'll be able to get some really fast crafting materials and hex silver. But those are all my tips and tricks for God of War at the moment. I'll probably make a part 2 maybe at some point for this, just to update it for endgame. But this is basically all you'll need to know at the start of the game, and well, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, why not like, why not subscribe, you know, do all that kind of stuff. Go check out Gushi's video as well, definitely go check out Gushi's video. Or if you guys want, there's some armor that I actually made a video about already, which is really good. Go check that out if you guys want as well. But anyway, I'll catch you guys all later, and well, have a good one. Bye!